Good afternoon, fans. Here we are at a warm Bruce Gillette Field over in sunny Herrin. This is obviously the warmest day of the year, as the weatherman on Channel 6 said this morning, and I certainly believe it. Temperatures have been kind of cool or rainy, but temperatures in the mid-80s. Got two really good umpires here, Bruce Mayhew and Benny Adams. Both of them are long-time Southern Illinois umpires. They're both certified. They've both done state tournaments, and they're good guys in general. Herrin clipped us last time. Of course, this is a conference game. I believe the score was 5-2, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't bring my score sheet with me since we're traveling. I try to travel a little bit light and don't necessarily bring everything with me. For those of you that missed it, we had an interesting experience yesterday afternoon with our alumni game. I believe we had somewhere in the 30s number of former past, present, and players. Played for Coach Red and myself for a while, and Coach Jake for a while. And they hope to do it next year, raise a little money. Everybody had a good time. A nice crowd there yesterday. So a few years down the line here, I'm sure some of these young ladies who are playing now may be able to play in an alumni game. Everybody's shaking hands out there. We're about ready to play ball here. I don't think Herrin does the national anthem. I don't believe so. There they go, taking the field. Ava Brown, Kinsley Smothers, and Hadley Hunt, the usual top three in the lineup. Ava was on the other side of the ball there yesterday in our alumni game, umpiring out at second base. Wasn't a whole lot of controversy involving the umpires. Herrin's pitcher is Sophie Schramm. She pitched against us the first time. Herrin comes into the game with a record of 9-10. Lady Bulldogs 14-4. I think Herrin is 3-2 in the conference, and we're 2-3. Carterville, of course, has already won the conference. So the Bulldogs, the Red Devils from Murphy, and the Tigers from Herrin will be fighting it out for spots 2, 3, and 4. And we're about ready to go. Mr. Mayhew's got his mask on. Ava Brown will lead it off for the Lady Bulldogs. There's that strike on the outside corner. Ground ball to third, fielded cleanly, and the throw is a little on the high side, but the first baseman handles it. So that's a 5-3 put out. Kinsley Smothers. Strike one. There, high ball one, evens the count up. Herrin's got a nice scoreboard out there. There's a ground ball. Past the shortstop. And Kinsley Smothers reaches first. Here comes Hadley the Dent Hut. Hey, she got a big target out there in left field for a Herrin dent. Love to see it. Love to see it. Let's see what Coach. Big swing and a miss for strike one. A little on the high side there. Hadley is the DP today. Nice pitch there. Caught Hadley. 0-2 now. Kinsley with a good lead down there at first when the pitcher releases the ball. And here comes the pitch. Oh, it gets away from the catcher. Kinsley advances. The second out in scoring position. All right. Good swing here. Gets us a run. Everybody's back and ready to go here. There's a slow roller to third. Kinsley's unable to advance, so it's a 5-3 put out for out number 2. Brings up third sacker Abby Stacy. She's ready to go. And here it comes. There's a ground ball right up the middle. This is probably going to get Kinsley in. Coach Stafford's going to send her. And she eludes the tag. Nice slide there. So Abby gets her RBI on that one. Kinsley gets her britches dirty. Mom knows she played. And here comes Coral Hathaway. She's out in left field today. Nice slide there by Kinsley. That was a good throw by the outfield, too. Made it close. So Hadley in scoring position with 2 outs on second base. Good swing will get her in. That one's outside. That's going to get away from the catcher. Hadley in the third standing up, 60 feet closer. All right. Coral's got to get it by somebody. Fly ball, ground ball probably won't get her in. Got to get it in the green. It's up in the air, toward left, going back. And it's a home run for Coral Hathaway. Yes. Lady Bulldogs jump out to a 3-0 lead here in the top of the first. All right, Coral. Coral was a little bit under the weather last week. This brings up Emma Mills, who'll be out in right field. Emma's going to have the sun field out there in right. Home run just over the fence, right under the scoreboard there. That one's low. There's one on the corner. 1-1. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. She fumbles it. Let's see. It's there, and it's over her. Let's see. It didn't go in the dugout, but I'm going to go with an E6 on that one. Riley Bergen. Riley had a pretty good day in the JV get together last Saturday against Gallatin County and Benton. All right, got somebody else in scoring position now. That one's inside. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt. Catcher scoops it. Key for one for the catcher and something like that. Just keep it in front of you. Keep it in front of you. Big swing, Riley. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Emma Mills out there on second, ready to run. This is a go-on contact situation. That's 3. 3-1 now. Hitter's pitch. Yeah, off the screen. That'll. Oh, I guess that went over. Don't see it bouncing around inside. As I would say in Harrisburg, little kid territory. There aren't very many little kids here today, though. So, how long it takes them to get that one back in play. Okay, here's Riley. There's a ground ball. Third baseman. Oh, excuse me. They get in the way there. So the left side of the infield, third baseman basically accounted for all 3 outs that inning, and the Lady Bulldogs pick up, let's see, 1, 2, 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left. Lady Bulldogs in their normal positions here on defense. Maddie Walker be in the circle. Herrin sends up Reese Elliott, Madison Monchino, and Lily Vestal. I believe this is just about the same lineup that they used against us the first time. Maddie showed a little pop on that one. All right, here we go. Leadoff hitter for the Lady Tigers, the left fielder, Reese Elliott. If I'm not mistaken, she's a little left-handed slapper. Oh, nice try by Abby. A little pop-up just out. Just a bit. Okay, here we go. Foul ball. 0-2 now. Maddie's got her sign, got her pitch, and here it comes. Oh, just missed it. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Another foul ball. Here comes the pitch, and it's low. Evens up the count, 2-2. There it is. Strike 3. A nice one to get out there. Okay. Madison Monchino, the DP. Oh, here's one of the balls that's been outside the fence. Or outside the field, I should say, actually. All right, Monchino, the DP. That's right down on the corner. Strike 1. Nice pitch there. Ooh. She bit on that one. Strike 2. Davis setting up outside spot again now. There's one out of play. He checks her sign. Ava's setting up pretty much down inside for ball 1. Ava's setting up a little bit outside this time. Oh, that one's in the dirt. Evens the count up. Maddie's been doing the bulk of the pitching here lately. Ava's setting up inside now. There's a ground ball. Kinsley's up, scoops it up, fires to first, and that's a 6-3 put out. Out number 2. Now third baseman Lily Vestal. She's the one that flashed all that leather there in the top of the first for the Lady Tigers. Where's number 1? Another left-handed hitter. Have an inside pitch here. Nice pitch, but it was ball. A little bit too much inside. Another one right toward Kinsley. Smothers fires it, and she's out. So, strikeout. 2 ground balls to Kinsley Smothers, and the Lady Bulldogs are in the lead after 1. Kinsley Stewart, McKendra Douglas, and Ava Brown in the top of the second inning. The Lady Tigers take the field. All right. Lady Tigers having their circle confab here. Kinsley Stewart. Everybody's ready. And here comes the pitch. There's a ground ball toward first. Let's see, it's a race to the bag. And the Herrin first baseman wins it for a 3 unassisted putout. Kendra Douglas in her usual position of center field. Played a little shortstop in the JV contest the other day. Going to have to find a new shortstop next year with Kinsley Smothers being one of the two seniors. New shortstop and a new third baseman next year. Don't want to get ahead of myself too much here. Kendra swing and a miss, strike one. Evens it up at 1-1. Shortstop moves over a little bit. Pretty big hole there in the 5-6 hole. That one's low and outside. Trom's having a little bit of trouble finding the plate here. There's one down the third base line into the dugout. Herrin, of course, being the home team in the third base dugout. Most of the schools usually have the home team take the third base dugout. Full count now with one out. Kendra gets on. We'll be back at the top of the order. There's a high fly ball to left. Left fielder circles underneath it. And she hauls it in for the second out of the inning. And we're back at the top with catcher Ava Brown. Ava bounced out to the third baseman. Her first trip up in the first inning. There's one up, going to be over on the roof. Bang. One strike now. Ava's swinging the bat pretty good in the last few ball games. Just unfortunately, a lot of the good swings ended up right at somebody. That's outside. Ball one. 1-1 now. Ava's one of the few that didn't strike out over at Carterville with their ace, Miss Phillips, here last week. There's another foul ball down the third base line toward the Herrin dugout. One ball, two strikes. Here comes the pitch. Oh, there's a shot down the left field line. That's a fair ball. That's going to get two. She's going to have a stand-up double there. All right, good swing there, Ava Brown. This brings up shortstop Kinsley Smothers. Kinsley singled her first time and scored our first run last inning. Let's see what she can get done here. There's on the corner. First strike one. Pretty good size hole there in the 5-6 hole. That's inside. Shortstop. It's up in the air towards center field. Circles under it and hauls it in for the third out of the inning. So the Lady Dogs have a hit and a left on base. Since Herrin went down 1-2-3 in the first and the second, they'll send up 4-5-6. home plate umpire has a little better situation than this game. He's in the shade. Or field umpire, he's out there in the sun for the whole ball game. And the shade will actually move toward the infield. So, there's Kinsley Stewart doing the old. Is she pitching now? Not really. Trying to psych up the opposition. There's poor Ava. She was out there on base. Let's get her gear on. She's ready to go. There's Maddie regaining her balance out there on the pitcher's plate. A bullet down there to second. That'd have been a good one if somebody was trying to steal. Madison Dickerson, the shortstop. I believe she's a freshman. She's one of the younger players on the team. Again, I don't quite have all my information in front of me like I can do at home. All right, Maddie Walker gets her sign, steps on the pitcher's plate. And it's high outside for ball one. That's inside, ball two. Dickerson, the cleanup hitter for the Lady Tigers. One of the taller young ladies on the team. Whoa, right at us here for strike one. Foul ball. 2-1 now. A little bit of cloud kind of coming in and out. No, it's going to. Cloud can't make up its mind, but I think it's just going to stay sunny. That's high for 3-1 now. Boom. Back off one of the poles here in the Herrin Sports Complex softball field. Full count. Here comes the pitch. It's a ground ball right toward Briley. Briley handles it. Oh, that's one out and brings up first sacker Branson Hill. Hill, another left-handed hitter in the lineup. Number 5 in the lineup. There's one right up above us. Seating capacity here at Herrin is completely shaded. 1-1. Diehard fans out there in right field. Got the truck backed up and the lawn chairs out. They're looking right into the sun. A couple folks out in left field. That's inside, ball two. But for the fans that are in the stands, they have a nice shady place to sit. All right, it's going to 3-0. All right, let's get 3 the other way. Here comes the pitch. There's strike one. I think Miss Hill brought her batting gloves up in Pinckneyville or in North Carolina. Got that Carolina blue batting glove. Here's the pitch. Ah, she's going to the full count now. Well, we got 2 of the 3 we need. Here's set up. Here comes the pitch. And it's swinging. Well, we got the 3 the other way. Whoa. Careful. I think I know what I'm doing. Here comes pitcher Sophie Schramm. Coffee on deck. 2 outs now. Number 6 hitter in the lineup. Coach Stafford calls out his little number complex there. There's a ground ball, a slow ground ball. This is going to be a tough play. Got her. Briley, nice play there by Briley Birkin. And 1-2-3 inning. Can't ask for anything better than that. Go 3-0 on a batter and come back and get her to strike out. That's nice. Come back. Okay. Hadley the Dent Hunt, Stacy, and Coral the Homer Hathaway will be batting for the Lady Bulldogs here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Lady Tigers reserves are doing their little sprint down to the end of the fence line down third base. I'm sure they'll be going a little bit slower as the day marches on and it gets a little warmer. Hadley bounced out to the hard-working third baseman there in her first time at bat in the 1st inning. A couple of good hard swings, but she's got some gloves that are purple and teal. Batting gloves been kind of an interesting little addition. I've never paid that much attention before, but everybody has a special pair, and there's multiple colors, style. Well, not really styles, but colors. That one's inside pitch that caught the corner. Hadley didn't think it was. Her opinion doesn't count much. Mr. Mayhew said it was a strike, therefore it's on the board as a strike. That's why you get 3. There's a high fly ball to center, right center, and the center fielder, nice running catch out there. That's 1 out. Here's Abby Stacy. Abby drove in our first run. Our first time up with a 2-out single. Schramm is ready. Way outside for ball 1. Abby singled and scored. And that's low inside. 2-0. 1 out and nobody on. There's a foul ball. Down the third base line. 1 strike now. Oh. Check swing. Somebody lost track of the count there. You only get to throw it around on a strikeout. All right, Abby staying alive, 2-2. Another foul ball down the line. Coach Stafford not going to risk a throw. He's going to let the third baseman throw it back to the pitcher. comes the pitch. It's inside. Abby's worked it to a full count now. Let's see if she can get one more out of the strike zone here. See if we can get her on for Coral. There's a high foul ball coming out. Boom! Top of the fan seating area. And the sun is really out bright now. Relatively big puffy clouds, but they're not very shade making. And that's ball 4. That's walk-off. One out walking. Here comes Coral Hathaway. We all know what she did last time. Let's see if the left fielder's backing up or in. Let's see if she can get it just a little bit higher and clip that Bruce Gillette sign. There's a foul ball. That's potentially playable. And the first baseman hauls it in for the second out. Abby unable to advance on it, and this brings up Emma Mills. See what Coach Stafford has up his sleeve here. Well, there goes Abby, but I think throw almost hit Abby. Got a stolen base there. Pitch was a strike. That may be Abby's first stolen base of the year. She's not one of our prime base stealers, but it worked there. That's what counts. She's in scoring position now. Emma put one out there in the green somewhere. Probably will get us a run. That's low for ball 1. Evens the count. Abby's been a 4-year starter for us. That's low. In the dirt. Ball 2. That's high. Ball popped out of the catcher's glove, and Abby just took off. All right, now. Okay, Emma, you don't have to hit it quite as far and get her in. Emma Mills draws the walk. This brings up Riley Bergen. One of these first and third situations where it's kind of a chess match between the two coaches. Of course, with 2 outs, you always have a little bit of fewer options, let's say, but there is a really good one here. Oh, she popped it straight up, and the second baseman is circling underneath it, and she hauls it in. So the Lady Bulldogs threaten but do not score. Two walks. And 2 left on base. And the Lady Tigers will end up 7-8-9 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Coach Stafford discussing the ground there. I think the pitcher's plate's a little bit high on that one corner, and it does look like it even from here. Mr. Adams officially checking it out, and they're walking off. When I first started coaching, my gentleman that had coached before me told me to put a little hatchet in my med kit because he said you'd be surprised how dry some of these fields are, and sometimes you need to get out there and chop things up. So I dutifully put one in my med kit and never did use it. Little time-consuming trivia there, fans. This comes to the catcher for the Lady Tigers, Riley Coffey. Remy James on deck. Addie's got her sign. Ooh, nice pitch there, strike one. She was taking all the way. Held up on that, ball one, evens the count. A few more cars out there in right field. A couple of them are under the trees. They may have a little bit of shade there to watch the game from. There's one right back off the screen. Bounces around the camera. Boom. Does not require any adjustment by the engineering department. 2 strikes now. And there's strike 3. Yes, called strike 3. Okay, here comes Remy James, who's the center fielder. One out, nobody on. Number 8 hitter in the Herrin lineup here in the 3rd inning. A little bit high for ball one. One of the shorter ladies on the team. That's a right down the pike strike. 1-1 now. There's one right up the. Oh, nice kick. Oh, almost out there. Almost. Nice effort. Nice effort out there by McKendra Douglas. Just couldn't quite get it. That, of course, goes down as a base hit. And now this brings up the 9th place hitter, I should say, Haley Smith. Nice diving effort out there. All you could ask. All you could ask. This is a potential bunt situation. Ava setting up a little bit outside here. Well, everybody's moving and where they're supposed to be. Once again, this is kind of a bunt situation. And he gets the bunt down. And she beat it out. All right, so the Lady Tigers are now their first threat in the ball game. 1 out, runners on first and second, and the top of the order, Reese Elliott. She struck out. Infield fly situation applicable here. She's squaring around like she's going to bunt, but we all know she probably isn't. Now she's back to, yeah, she did too. All right, sacrifice there. Nice bunt, nice bunt. Did her job. Now we've got 2 outs and runners on second and third. Madison Monchino, the DP, she bounced out to Kinsley Smothers at shortstop her last time. Runners on second and third, 2 out. There's the strike. Nice pitch there. A little bit high at outside. Ava pulls it in. Back to Maddie. Counts 1-1 now. Here comes the pitch. As this one's out the center. Didn't have to dive for that one. Oh, the threat ends. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. All right, Dogs get out of their first threat situation. And here we go for inning number 4. Quick ball game here. Kinsley, Stewart, McKendra, Douglas, and Ava Brown. Kinsley bounced out to the first baseman. Her first trip in the 2nd inning. All right, Kinsley, you're due here. Let's get a good swing and get on. Can never have too many runs. Top of the 4th now. There's a pop toward the first baseman. Let's see if she handles it, and she does. This brings up McKendra Douglas, center fielder. Made a great attempt and then hauled in the 3rd out of the inning on defense in the bottom of the 3rd inning. McKendra flied out to left her first time up. Oh, that one's way down toward the batting cage. Foul ball, 1 strike. Herrin has a nice little complex here. Each team has a small bullpen to warm up their pitchers in right by the dugout, and they have a batting cage down to the left. There's one up in the air. That could be tough. Oh, the second baseman runs over and hauls it in. That was kind of headed for no man's land there, I thought. The Bermuda Triangle softball. Okay, here's Ava Brown. She's bounced out and doubled. All right, we'll take a 2-out rally here. There's a drive down the left field line, and it's going to go foul. Left fielder's kind of shading toward the line there. See if Ava could park one there in left center. There's a lot of room out there in left center because the left fielder's kind of shading. Well, she's moving back a little bit now. There's a hot shot past the third baseman. She's going to go for 2. And that gives her, we're going to give her a double on that one because that third baseman, that was one of those too hot to handle shots. Kinsley Smothers now with a runner in scoring position. Ava's got her britches dirty. Mom will know she played. Gutsy move there by Coach Jake or Ava. That one's outside. Nice big lead out there. Anything gets by the catcher at all, she'll probably be on third base. Kinsley Smothers has flied out at the center field and singles right up the middle. There's one. Now she's behind in the count now, 0-2. Oh, excuse me. I had 1-1. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on second base in Ava Brown, 2 outs. And let's see if Kinsley can get her in. There's a little bloop that's going to go foul down the third base line. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Here comes the pitch. And there's a little bloop to left field, but I believe she's right there. He got it. Oh, the Lady Bulldogs miss an opportunity with Ava Brown's 2-out double. Now, in the 4th inning, Herrin will send up number 3, 4, and 5 in their lineup. Lady Bulldogs dodged a little threat last time. Tigers had runners on 2nd and 3rd. But McKendra Douglas hauled the ball in the fly ball to get the 3rd out. Little cloud cover right now. Once again, old Ava has to hustle and get her gear on so she can go out there and catch the warm-ups. And there's that bullet. Ooh, nice shot there to second base. Hope she has that one in her arsenal if somebody tries to. Ah, here comes the sun again. That big puffy cloud went back that way. So this brings up 3rd sacker Lily Vestal, who bounced out to Kinsley Smothers and her only at bat in the 1st inning. Top of the 4th now. Oh! Caught her a plunk, as I like to refer to it. Okay, so this brings up shortstop Madison Dickerson. She bounced out to Briley in the 2nd inning. Her on 1st, nobody out. Inside pitch was just a little too much inside. Oh, there's one right back at us. Strike 1. Minor adjustment there by the engineering department. And here we go. That one's high. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's one. Briley, got a chance at double play. Oh, almost. Nice job there, Briley. She was just tall enough to haul that one in. Almost got the DP on that one. Here comes first baseman Branson Hill. She struck out her first time up. She's a left-hand hitter. That'd have been a shorter girl. I think we'd have got her out. The runner on 1st, I'm saying. Oh, there's one down the line. It's going to put the runners on 1st and 3rd. That's a too hot to handle. I'm going to give her. That's just about like the one that Ava hit down 3rd base line here a while ago. Okay, this brings up pitcher Sophie Schramm. She bounced out to Riley. Okay, we got runners on 1st and 3rd now. 1 out. And pitcher Sophie Schramm up. Ava's setting up outside in case there's a bunt. Nobody's moving. Ball 1. Okay, everybody's making calls now. This is the old chess game between the coaches. right back on the brick part of the backstop here. Here comes Maddie. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Nice pitch there. Strike down. So Stafford makes his call. And here comes the pitch. It's back behind. Bang. Caught something behind us. Not really a lot of parking right around the field here, so it's probably not going to do any vehicle damage. There's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, big strikeout there. Big strikeout. And this brings up catcher Riley Coffey. She struck out in her first time at bat in the last inning to lead off the inning. Once again, runners on first and third. There's a strike on the outside corner. I think they've been showing a little respect here for Ava's arm because they haven't made really any attempt to steal. There's one up in the air. Coral's there. And that's a third out of the inning. So the Lady Bulldogs have dodged their second potential jam here. Runs. One hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Okay, we're going to the 5th inning now, fans. This game is moving right along. Hadley, the Dent Hunt, Abby Stacy, and Coral Hathaway. There the Herrin trying to make good friends with the umpires, bringing them a bottle of water. There's Benny Adams chugging it down. Makes me thirsty. I'm going to get a little drink of water myself here. Game is moving right along. And here comes the catcher out. And got the same situation we've had it. There's the throw down. And here comes Hadley the Dent. Top of inning number 5. Lady Bulldogs got to add to that 3-run lead. Never have too many runs, especially when you're the visitors. All right, Miss Schramm looking for a sign. And here it comes. Oh, that's the second time Hadley has not necessarily approved of the first called strike. Once again, that's why you get 3. There's one's going to be foul over toward the bullpen. Now she's down 0-2. That was outside. Pretty close pitch there. little wind pickup here, a little cloud action. Whoa, heads up there, coach. No harm, no foul. It's way down their situation here is tarp. Their tarp is down in left field just like ours is, but they've probably got about 25 feet more sideline here than we do in the red over in Harrisburg. There's a shot toward the shortstop, fields it cleanly. And a low throw, but the first baseman digs it out for a 6-3 put out. Abby Stacy. Abby has singled and walked. Abby scored our second run. She was on base when Coral cranked one out of the left field. That's high for ball one. Abby's has done some sliding today, so her britches are dirty, so Mom will know she played. There's a bloop. There's a bloop, but the second baseman hauls it in. Route number 2. Here's Coral. Okay, she's homered, and she popped up to the first baseman her last time. She's responsible for 2 of our 3 runs. There's a ground ball to third. Takes a bad hop. Whoa, just about threw it over the shortstop's head. That was a bad hop because it was down the line there. Okay, here comes Emma Mills. Emma reached on an error by the shortstop and walked. So she's been on twice, unable to score. Let's see what Coral's got in mind here. Whoa, here it is, right back to us. All right. Chance for a ribby. Chance for a ribby here, Emma. Coral's in scoring position. There's a big drive to center field, but I believe she's got her eye. Yep, she does. So that's a no run, 1 hit, no error, 1 left on base inning for the Lady Bulldogs. We're going to the bottom of the 5th now. Gee, if we were home, we'd have some good music now. So, 8-9-1 for the Lady Tigers here in the home half of the 5th. Remy James and Haley Smith both singled their last time up. Let's all right. Ball didn't go where Ava wanted it to. But get those out of our system with nobody on base. So here comes Remy James, the center fielder. She singled and was stranded on third last time. Sometimes it's the unexpected players near the bottom of the lineup that are usually in the game for their defensive skills. When they start hitting and getting on, that can signify a little bit of trouble here. If they get into the top of the order. Here comes the first pitch. There's one back. Boom. All right. Coach Stewart fires one back in. Been out of play. 1 strike now on the foul ball. There's a ground ball right toward Briley. Scoops, throws, and that's a 4-3 put out. All right, Haley Smith, the second baseman. Number 9 hitter in the lineup. Once again, she was stranded on second base a couple of innings ago. That's low for ball 1. A swing and a miss for strike. 1-1 and 1 out. Strike 2. Nice pitch there. There's strike 3 called. Nice pitch there. And now we're back at the top. Reese Elliott, the little left fielder, left-handed hitting left fielder. She has struck out and sacrificed her last time up. Stafford calling for the corners to step in a little bit here. Never know when a little bloop or something here. Get something going, and we don't want that. 2 outs now. 2 outs. Once again, she's the leadoff hitter, table setter. There's one that's foul back. 1-1 now. There are a lot of foul balls that are going out of the park here. Sun's out. Some big shadows there. That's low. 2-1 now. There's a foul ball back. 2-2. It's like the IHOP senior special. 2-2. 2 pancakes, 2 eggs, and 2 little pieces of ham or sausage or bacon, whatever you want. There's one that's foul, back out of play. Need a nice pitch here. Let's see if we can get her right here. Come on, Maddie, go for it. There's a ground ball. Riley can't haul that one in. DP, Madison Monchino. She's bounced to Kinsley at shortstop and flied to McKendra in center. Ready. This is a potential lady that might just be stealing there on first base. Two outs, runner on first. Monchino, the DP, she's in the lineup to hit. There's a swing. All right. Caught the umpire's toe there a little bit. Kept it from going too far. Kept the runner on first. Now we got a 1-1 count. There's a fly ball. That could be trouble. McKendra with a nice throw. Oh, no, there's a... All right, here's Lily Vestal. She is the number 3 hitter. She bounced out to Smothers at shortstop and was hit her last time up. Runners on second and third. 2 outs. Need an out here. That's high for ball 1. Couple of errors here kind of put the Bulldogs behind the 8 ball. But with 2 outs, got a chance to get out of it. There's strike 1. The right fielder, the first baseman, and the second baseman are going to be fighting the sun here. That's high for ball 2. Need an out right here. There's a little bloop. Abby Stacy with a diving. She got that one. She gave it a good effort on the first time like that. It was just a little bit outside of her glove. This time she hauls it in. All right, inning number 6. Riley Bergen, Kinsley Stewart, and McKendra Douglas. Lady Dogs have been dodging a couple bullets here. Lady Tigers have had a couple runners on in scoring position the last couple innings, but they've been unable to get them around. Riley has bounced out to the third baseman and popped up to the second baseman. She's due. Riley, the only freshman in our lineup. Pretty much played every inning at second base. She's been in the game. Lady Bulldogs, except for they've had somebody on every inning. Oh, there's one right up the middle. Nice catch out there by the center fielder. We have a real good perspective here being behind the home plate umpire and the pitcher and so on and so forth. Here comes Kinsley Stewart. She's bounced to the first baseman and popped up to the first baseman. Let's hit it somewhere else. Whoa! That's why they wear that equipment. Yeah. Mr. Mayhew calming everybody down that he's okay. But once again, that's why it's interesting. Back in the day, when I first started umpiring, we never wore any kind of chest protector, just shin guards and a mask. But that has changed over the years, I guarantee you. All right, so Kinsley's got a strike now. Let's see if she can get it by somebody. Whoa. It's foul back too. Now she's in the hole 0-2. Here comes the pitch. Oh, it's a line. Oh, there you go. The little line drive that the pitcher nor the second baseman couldn't get a glove on. It's our first base hit of the day, and here comes McKendra Douglas. I believe we're going to have a pinch runner here. I believe that's Alexa Herrin. Yay. All right. Coach Stafford talking a little strategy here. Alexa Herrin, a freshman, hasn't seen much action. All right. Everybody's ready to go now. Herrin is expecting a bunt here. They got the first baseman in. The third baseman, she's not in yet. Kind of surprised they don't pull her in. Oh. Ball got away. That was pretty much a sure chance to get to second base, and Alexa just didn't quite make contact with that. First baseman's way in. Third baseman's still pretty much normal position. That's outside. Sure, there's a little bit of nerve over there for Alexa. Actually, I should be saying Alex Herring rather than Alexa. There's the bunt, and it's foul. All right, things aren't quite going here. I apologize. We had a situation the other day with Alexa, and our phone started to talk to us and answer us. So it's Alex Herring. All right, 2 strikes now. Oh, there it is. And it drops. Oh, they threw it away. They threw it away. All right, all right. All right, so we got runners on second and third, and top the order with Ava Brown. Coach Stafford's making sure everybody knows what we're doing now. Okay. There's a ground ball up the middle. That's going to get 2. That's going to get 2. And Ava's in. Two ribbies. Okay, you can breathe a little bit easier now. We got Alex Herring in now, and we got McKendra Douglas in, chalking up ours. Okay, there's Kinsley Smothers. She's got a shot to bring one in, too. Got a little speed out there on second. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Throw is over. Oh! Okay. Kinsley tried to take second on the play, and the second baseman, you traditionally think of the ice cream cone call on an outfielder, but she just barely held on to it. That's Ava. She's going to score. We know that. All right. All right, this is Hadley. Hadley doesn't have to worry about that first strike on this one now. Okay, nobody on. 2 outs. All right, Hadley, it's up to you now. There's a bloop. Now I believe the second baseman was going to handle that one. All right, Lady Bulldogs put 3 more on the board. 2, 3, 4. There was at least one error in there. I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter statistically in the overall scheme of things. All right, now home half of the 6th. Madison Dickerson, Branson Hill, and Sophie Schramm. Oh boy, Ava's really got a dirty uniform there. This may be a 2-wash. Luckily, it's not muddy. Abby's got enough dirt on her uniform there. Kinsley, of course. All right, this is the cleanup hitter. She is bounced out to Briley at second and lined out to Briley at second on a nice jumping play that she made. All right, Lady Bulldogs up by 6. There's a big swing and a miss for strike 1. Get the middle part of the lineup here. I'd like to see you get them out. That one's inside. Ties it up. Count. There's one. Little kid territory. Boom! Oh, little kid's on the roof. They would have gotten that one. 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is the first hitter in the bottom of the 6th. Number 4 hitter in the lineup. Setting up outside. Oh, and there's strike 3. Nice pitch. Nice pitch. Branson Hill now. She is struck out and singled. Once again, she was stranded on first base now. Left-hand hitter. Number 5 hitter in the lineup. That's inside. Ooh, big swing there. I felt the breeze back here. Strike 2. Oh, wait a minute. I thought it was 0-2. He got 1-1 on the board. Wait a minute. Oh, I believe that's right. Okay. There's one up in the air. Here comes Briley. Briley's going to get her again. And Briley does. Okay, here comes the pitcher. Okay, we're going to have a pinch hitter here. Number 7. Batting for the pitcher. I think you can give the pitcher a little bit of rest here. 2 outs. Can't accomplish a whole lot. Now we got a pinch hitter. And swings and misses for strike 1. Okay, now you got 2 outs. Oh, right down the pike for a strike. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three, and they're out of the inning. Okay, top seven, Abby Stacy, Coral Hathaway, and Emma Mills. Let's see if these young ladies can get something started. Can never have too many runs. Abby singled, walked, and popped out to the second baseman and scored the first run of the game. Nice little breeze. This heat hasn't really been overly oppressive, or the first of the game or the first of the season to be this warm. And the lady, let's see, this is the new pitcher. I believe they got a new pitcher here, I guess. Let's see who this is. Whoa, look out, right below me. Boy, glad I wasn't closer than that. So they are in the bullpen for the seventh inning. Unfortunately, I do not have all the names on. If she'll take a couple more warm-ups, I may be able to find out who she is. And let's see here. Number 8, Brooke Hudgens. She is a freshman. Brooke Hudgens, a freshman. All right. Comes Abby. Oh, right, bang. I'll tell you what. Talk about hail damage. We're having softball damage to this roof. I don't know who's got the insurance on this. Oh, there's a ground ball foul. Oh, Coach Stewart flashing a little left hand there. Come on, Ab. There's one right up the middle. Oh, another nice catch out there by the center fielder. That young lady has saved them a couple of. Center fielder is, oh, that's Remy James, yeah. Center fielder and left fielder, very similar young ladies. Okay, here's Coral. We all know what she's done. Homered, singled. There's a strike. We're going to assume here Miss Hudgens is the pitcher of the future for the Lady Tigers. There's a long one. The left was going to be foul. Way down in the corner. Well, I guess that went over the fence down there. There's a nice lady going down into the ditch to chase it. Between the lines. Mr. Mayhew recalling one of my favorite comments as a coach. Yep. That one's, oh, another diving catch. Okay. That's two that could have been robbed. Okay, now we got Emma Mills. She's reached on an error, walked, and popped up to the third sacker. Never too late. Add another run or two. That one's, oh, gets by the catcher, but there's those two great catches out there. There's nobody on base. Sun is really down. You can see the sun out there in the glasses on the right fielder. So there's a little blooper down the third baseman. Golly, come on, he's running around there. All right, that's a 5-3 put out. Okay, let's get 3 outs. Okay, we're at 7-8-9 for the Lady Tigers. Riley Coffey, Remy James, the center fielder, made that nice catch, and Haley Smith, the second baseman. Okay, Coffey has struck out and flied to left. Smith and James both have hits and a bounce out and a strikeout. 7-8-9, bottom of the batting order. All right, everybody's good. All right, the confab in the circle. Riley Coffey, the catcher for the Tigers, again, struck out and flied out the left. Lady Bulldogs, 6-0 lead. A big swing for strike one. There's strike two. 2 pitches, 2 strikes. That's what you want. Comes the pitch. Right back to Matty. And that's a 1-3 put out and the first out of the inning. All right. James, little right-hand hitting center fielder. First, she singled and bounced out to Riley. There's strike. Maddie's kind of on a roll right now. Let's keep it going, Maddie. Let's keep it going. There's a pop. Let's see who's going to call that one in. Riley, yes. And the Lady Tigers are down to their last out. With the number 9 hitter, Haley Smith. She has singled. Riley has done an excellent job out there. She had one play she couldn't quite get a hold of, but it was a tough one. We'll have to see how the other people scored that one. Okay, here we go. Oh! Bang, bang. Got the fence back here. Coach has got his leadoff hitter down there in the third base box with him talking to her. With 2 outs, the strategy is probably if she gets on, you're not going to have to bunt. We'll see. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. A lot of times this is the toughest out of the whole ball game. And there's a bunt. Matty's up. And they're kind of slow to react to it. Has to be an infield hit there. All right, now we're back to the top of the order. She struck out, sacrificed, and reached on an error by Briley. Okay. Whoa, she's squaring around like she's going to bunt. I wouldn't worry too much about that. That's high. Ava hauls that in. The run is basically meaningless, although it would be nice to get a shutout. We'd like to see that. Matty's thrown a very good ball game here. You got several potential stars of the game. Okay, so we're back to 1-1 now. A win here will go a long way in the conference. And as a lot of sportscasters say, they're down to their last strike. I've seen teams pick up a couple after down with just 1 strike. I'd like to see her end this game with a strikeout. Ava made it close. Okay, nothing to worry about here. Two and two. Come on, let's get you out here. There's a fly ball toward left. Yes! And Coral Hathaway hauls it in, and that's the ball game, fans. Lady Bulldogs have defeated the Herrin Tigers. All right. What a game. What a game. Nice one. Start the week on. All right, fans.